Guys, welcome back to Papa Prepper. T here. Hope you guys are having a good day. Wednesday, halfway to the weekend. Hump day. A lot going on. I guess you heard, excuse me, that they impeached him. He's awaiting trial. I just don't get it, man. The man is almost done, but they gotta wreck every chance he's ever gonna have again of running for office. But you know, with all that being said, I don't think he's done. I mean, his political career might be done. Who knows what he's gonna do after this? I mean, he has, like, politically, he'll have nothing to lose. Like, no holds barred. You know, so I don't know. It could still be very interesting, but I think we're in for some hard times ahead. Did you see that Florida's governor has already submitted a bill to ban firearms? Not to take your firearms, like, you know, AR-15s, AR-10s, AKs, you know, stuff like that. But if the bill gets passed, you won't be able to buy them anymore. Now, supposedly, if you already own them, and again, this is Florida, if you already own them, they can't take them from you. But you just won't be able to purchase them anymore in Florida. And of course that goes with the extended clips and all of that stuff. You'll have to look it up. Actually, the video that I watched, I will put a link down here in the description so you guys can see it, because on the description of that video, the guy provided links to the lists of guns that they're going to outlaw. So, there's that. So, with that being said, I had a suggestion from a viewer that wanted to talk about forming a mag. Excuse me. I really don't have a mag. I mean, I have family. You know, there's around 10 of us. So, I'm going with the term tribe, because, I mean, that's what we are. We're a bunch of hillbillies. We're going to be living in the hills. We're a tribe, y'all. We ain't no mag. That's too sophisticated for us. But I got some stuff here, so I'll be looking down a lot of the time. But it was easier for me to research, you know, because I just don't, some stuff like, you know, forming a mag, that's kind of beyond me, just trying to, my opinions and my views. So when it comes to something like that, I try to research online to see most, you know, the most helpful, the most specific information that I can give y'all. So a lot of this I've copy and pasted to my little clipboard here, so, you know, I'll be kind of just, there's some stuff I will stop and voice my opinion on, but I'm going to be reading a lot of it just straight from the notes I took. So, one thing I found, no matter where I looked, if you're looking to form a mag, you want a mission statement. Like, first and foremost, you want a mission statement that, you know, leaves no doubt as to your intentions, you know, what you expect of others, your commitment, your goals, long-term, short-term, you know, whatever it is, you need a mission statement. It says, a mission statement for a mutual assistance group should be created before moving forward with the recruitment of potential members. Such a statement will clearly define what the group is and help to firmly relay the commitment to common goals, therefore reducing any confusion about the policies, rules, and planned activities of the MAG. It goes on to say, some MAG or tribes include a membership oath that is repeated at each meeting or gathering to further drive home the mission and mindset of the tribe. And here are what you should include, in your mission statement. Not just in your mission statement, like I said, you're going to want to relay, without a doubt, what you're about, what you expect out of people, and what your long-term goal is. No matter how short and simple or long and drawn out it is, you want to explain very firmly, very wholeheartedly in your mission statement about what it is you're trying to do. And then here are some questions you need to ask yourself before because you want the answers to these questions. You want to know them for a fact for yourself, like in your heart, your soul, your mind. You want the answers to these questions before you try to, round up people that are willing to dedicate themselves to this. You better make sure that you're willing to dedicate yourself wholeheartedly as well. So, questions to ask yourself. What are the goals of the mutual assistance group? Will all immediate family members be accepted into the group when a head of the household is approved? Does this include adult children of members and their families as well? Can members recruit others on their own or speak about the group to outsiders? Now, me personally, on that one, if it's my mag, if I'm forming this thing and putting all the time and, effort into it, if, say, your buddy John, he's cool, you've known each other since whatever, but he has a friend, Bill, we'll call him Bill. He said, he thinks Bill's a stand-up dude, he thinks he'll be good in the mag and wants to know if he could bring him in. My advice would be, you meet Bill. You get to know Bill. You guys go out, go drink a couple beers, go meet for coffee, a couple times a week, or, don't just, if you think he's good, bring him in, because that could lead to all kinds of problems. Because you can tell within a half hour, usually, of conversation if you guys are going to be able to click or if you're going to blow up on each other. And you don't want, just bringing in anybody like that. What does the membership vetting process involve? Basically, that just means how thorough are you going to be? Are you going to be like, hey, we got this group, we hang out, we do training every once in a while, or are you going to be like, hey, look, our survival depends on what you bring to the table. Are you going to be like, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, with these people? Or are you going to be like, let them think that it's all just laid back and rainbows and unicorns, Is the MAG ruled by a single person or a committee? Are these positions permanent, and how okay, that's a typo. Are these positions permanent, and how or when are the leadership members elected to their posts? Is there a financial commitment by members? What are the rules of the group? What infraction can cause ejection from the group? Is there an appeals process? Will ejected members receive refunds on dues or their share of the stockpiled preps? Is there a geographic boundary for membership? Is there a required or preferred skills, education, or background? Is a background check or drug test required? For that, I would be absolutely. Because you don't want to be, especially, if your tribe has, small children or, whatever, or, just the females. You don't want a convicted rapist or child molester in your mag. I mean, that's, you don't want that. Or, the drug test. Like, you don't want, say you do have, everybody's going to have prescription meds and, which not, like, not everybody that smokes pot is a pillhead, or vice versa, whatever. But you definitely wouldn't want somebody. Just use your own discretion on the drug test, because I don't smoke anymore, but I used to a lot, and I don't have a problem with it now. Like, using my mag and you wanted to toke a little bit of weed, whatever, that's fine. I would not tolerate hard drugs, meth, heroin, crack, popping pills. Absolutely not. So I'll just leave that one up to you guys. Will having a criminal conviction or any type disqualify a person from membership? Now, again, just use your own, your own discretion, whatever, because, there's some things, you could have been busted for that's just absolutely stupid. Say, you're 35 years old now, and when you were 16, you got in trouble with your buddies for drinking, or, stuff like that is not going to matter, Even if it was a major, it just depends on what kind of offense it was, It's a physical examination or the release of medical records required. What type, if any, of medical conditions would disqualify a person from membership? Now, for me, I couldn't turn somebody away just because of a disability. I think I've made that all too clear in a bunch of my videos. I couldn't turn somebody away for that. That's not an option. They didn't ask to be disabled or, anything like that. So, just, again, go with your own opinion. Just a second, guys. Yeah! I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys. So, believe it or not, this video has been paused for over 2 hours. Okay? We had some company. But, I'm going to try to pick right back up where I was at. So, along with your mag, trying to scout for people and whatnot, here is some questions you would want to consider, asking in a interview, so to speak. Have you ever belonged to a mag before? If yes, why are you no longer a member? Why do you want to join a mutual assistance group? Are you preparing for a specific type of SHTF disaster? How long could you survive at your current skill level and with the supplies you have stockpiled if SHTF today? And explain why and how in detail. How many family members do you want to have join the mag? List the age and health details for the applicant and each proposed family member. List of skills the applicant and family members possess. Distance the applicant lives from the mutual assistant group survival retreat. After the mutual assistance group applicant has completed and passed the questionnaire stage, an in-person or video chat should take place. When discussing the MAG and the attributes of the applicant in greater detail, do not only listen to the answers the person is giving, but look for character and personality cues that could give greater insight into the overall demeanor of the applicant. So, like, when you talk to somebody, usually, the first 15 or 20 minutes of talking to this person, you can tell if you're going to be compatible or, if you're just making another SHTF situation inside of an SHTF situation, because, y'all are going to have to be compatible. If you're a strong, take lead, this is my thing, we're doing, you don't want to hire. You don't want to recruit somebody with that same mindset. Like, you don't want somebody or 2 or 3 people, that's supposed to be, you're supposed to have order over, at the same time, them all thinking that they should be the ones in charge, Is the applicant too weak or too overbearing? Does the applicant's mindset and views on controversial topics or deeply held beliefs mesh or run contrary to those of your group? So say if y'all, I'm sure like mags will probably be based on a lot of different things. Like, I'm sure some people will make it like, if they make a mag, everybody has to be this denomination, of religion, or everybody, as sad as it is, there'll be people out there that only want their race, their color, their culture in their mag. It's going to happen. It is. So you want to, if that's the guidelines you want to go by, you want to make sure that, they're on the same boat, the same level as you are. Are they truly committed to being prepared, or are they just looking for protection? Include the spouse and the children, if age appropriate, into the interview process. Are they committed to joining the mag and preparing also, or merely just dragged along at the urging of the applicant? So do they really want to be there, or are they just there because their wife or husband said, you're going? And we've all been there. Do the applicant's answers seem rehearsed or too textbook, or spoken directly off the cuff? Like, you know what that means. You're going to be able to tell if this guy's like, okay, if he asks this, I'm going to say this. Or if he asks that, I'll answer it this way. Or if you talk to him or her and they're just completely oblivious. Like, what? Ask specific questions about the skills and weapons the applicant stated on the questionnaire he or she possesses to fully determine if the indicated level of mastery truly exists. In other words, make sure they can walk the walk and talk the talk. Ask the potential tribe member about the skills he or she believes are most important for a prepper to possess, and what skills are on the top of their to-do list. Just a second, guys. So that's basically, you could look at it kind of like the hiring process. If you're going to want to know all these things in your head, before you go trying to find somebody else to join you, you need to know exactly what you want, exactly what you're looking for, exactly what you expect out of these people. Know if you're going to be a leader, or if you're going to have a council and you're like the chairman of the board, whatever. Or, do you need a leader and you're a great follower? You have the skill set and, and everything. You can't organize people, or you can't be a ruler, but you can be a great follower, and that. So you might be looking for somebody who wants to be that guy or lady. But you definitely want to have everything good to go. Know exactly what you want out of the situation before you even ask the first person about it. And then I kind of spoke about this in another video, the kind of people, that you actually want to look for. And depending on the size of your mag, if you can get 2 of each person or more, that would be beneficial. Because say, what happens if you only have one person that knows how to garden and they get really sick and pass away, or they, some kind of accident, and they're no longer there? You have nobody to garden. I mean, So I'm going to go through some of these people real quick again. I'm just going to go down the list. Somebody that's good in firearms, tracking, hunting with guns, bows, and or traps. Somebody to process your game, farming, ranching, homesteading, construction, automotive repair, if it applies, livestock care, medical and or first aid training, archery, fishing, primitive camping, off-grid living, alternative medicine, alternative fuels, food preservation, including smoking meat, sewing, electrical engineering, plumbing, candle making, cheese making, butter making. I mean, okay, if you got milk, I mean, if you have cows, definitely. Welding, if you have the means. Forging, if you have the means. Shoemaking, knot tying, cordage. Okay, that don't seem right. I think that's in the wrong list. But, I mean, well, I know people make cordage, so I could see that. Hold on, guys. I lost my place. My phone just went all the way back to the top. Dang it. Okay. I guess that was it. That's all I had saved. So, just a second, guys. Sorry. Okay. So what it comes down to, enough people, well, with the current events, people are actually starting to come around a lot. Okay? It turns out that we're not the crazy ones. We actually know what's been going on. But still, a lot of these people are going to be very apprehensive, very unapproachable, and I have friends that have no idea, what we're sitting on, It's because those friends, I don't think, would be interested in being part of my tribe, period. They're the kind of fly by the seat of their pants kind of person, and you don't need that. That's the kind of people that, for one, you'd be supporting them, okay? Because they haven't prepped no food, no nothing. So you're basically moving them in to mooch off you. And we've probably all had that roommate already. But, and if it's somebody, like there was other suggestions on several places that I was looking, and a lot of them recommend, okay, if one big no is a Facebook group, don't post you're looking. I mean, that to me that would have been okay, maybe a couple years ago, but like right now, as hard as the censorship is, I would not put where you're looking for a mag, like what part of the country, state, county, nothing. I mean, you could do it, to create, find like-minded people just to get that list of people, but then you're going to want to go ghost, like be discreet as possible, use, really anything is jeopardy anymore. And, if it's not face-to-face or snail mail, it's a lot of jeopardizing. But, if you just like start kind of looking for people, Like, you probably got people in your neighborhood, whatever, that you think, maybe, get to know those people. Don't approach them as, hey, you want to join my crazy tribe over here? We're getting ready for the end of the world. That ain't going to work. Not COVID, just saying. But, when you get to know somebody, you start to bring up little things. You can usually tell within 5 minutes of the conversation where they stand on it. And like I said, you don't want somebody that's just, wanting to hang out just because be part of a group, or they might get the possibility to shoot guns, or, make sure that their belly's full when there ain't no more food. You don't want people like that. You want people that's honest to God, dedicated to surviving, to helping others survive. You don't, if you want people like that, we'd contact Congress. Oh! Yeah, I went there. No, seriously. Just be careful with people you talk to. I'm a big stickler. Like I said, I got, pretty close friends that have no idea that we prep. I've deleted, I couldn't tell you how many people off my Facebook, which I'm probably very close to just heading over to MeWe or something like that. I'm going to start posting all my videos on Rumble too. I'm Papa Prepper there as well, just in case something happens to YouTube, because I feel that coming pretty soon. Speaking of that, sorry, getting off subject, but did you see where Idaho had all of their whole complete state block Facebook and Twitter from their internet servers because of all the censorship? I think every state should do this. Make a stand. I seen where Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook lost like $24 million over the weekend because of people unsubscribing. That is awesome. And if it wasn't for close family and that being the only way I have to get a hold of them, I would have already quit. But, I got to stay in touch with my family until I just can't, But anyway, back to the subject in hand. Like I said, we have about 10 people, including myself, so that's 9 people I know that are down to ride or die. I know they're there for me, and I'll be there for them until I can't be, and that'll be when I'm on the ground, or in the ground, however you want to look at it. But if you're going to do it, you better get on it. That's one word of advice that I will give tonight. Trump's done. So we're left with this. Which, either way, it would have been bad. Don't get me wrong. But, he's done. Face it. It's over. So, fought a good fight. We supported him as much as we could. But it's over. Now we're stuck with the devils. The devil and all their demons. But we'll get through this. We will get through this. If that's truly what you want, a mag, a tribe. And I wouldn't even really consider mine there's enough of us to be considered a tribe, but it's just family. And maybe a couple friends. They're still kind of up in the air. I do have a friend that's finally listening to me, and I hope he's watching this. I keep trying to get him to subscribe, and he's a very, very busy man. Single father of 4, so yeah. Yeah, when it comes down to it, ours is going to be very small, but I know I can trust every one of them. So just use your best judgment. Don't jump into a bunch of people, and don't if you want to join a mag that's already established, don't go giving up all your information and everything. I've said that before. Until you know these people, until you know you can trust them, it can be a lot of dangerous situations, and a lot of people's frame of mind are going to change when it gets bad. When it's really going down, and it's really truly hit the fan, people are going to change. So, even family. I mean, what we're getting ready to go through, or what I think we're getting ready to go through, can change any man or woman into somebody, a complete monster. So just be careful, guys, okay? Just pray about it. I know I've been saying that a lot lately, and a lot of people don't share the same views on praying and believing in God, and God's got this. But if you don't feel that way, I'm sorry. I respect everybody's opinion, so you want to unsubscribe, or I understand. But I will never not pray, and I will never say that God don't have control, because He does. This is His will. I've said it before. I said it last night, as a matter of fact. This is His will. He's got something planned. So, I'm not going to say things just to get subscribers. But if what I have to say costs subscribers, so be it. But just keep praying, guys. We got this, because He's got us. Alright? Tomorrow night, live, 7 p.m. Therapy is in session. I want you guys to, if you have to, just jot them down, some techniques, some tricks, whatever you have, battling your anxiety and depression. And I'll write down some of my stuff. Basically, really, what it comes down to for me is I just deal with it. What can you do? It's something that, we go through, and it's part of everyday life now. So, but until tomorrow night, God bless y'all. I pray for each and every one of y'all. I love you guys. Papa Prepper out.